shall casting destruction. That is them missiles, that is them chariots, laser. But they're going to be punished with everlasting destruction. They're going to be destroyed. Scripture says, go and have judgment without mercy to them that showed no mercy. James 1:13. The Edomites did not show any mercy. Isaiah 47:6. It tells you that the Lord said, I have polluted mine inheritance, I have given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient thou hast verily heavily laid thy yoke. Upon the old man. Right? Old men, young men. I have a picture here on my phone. They had some fucking babies picking cotton. They had babies picking cotton. 3 years old, out in the fields picking cotton for you. So what do you expect for the Lord to do to you? As the scripture says, thou he that shall altogether go unpunished. Thou shalt not go unpunished, but thou shalt surely drink. Right?
In Genesis 49, 8 says, Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. But I don't know you know, Jay coming up in these business places, these Edomites high and these Edomites. You know, they's the beginning of that in Babylon, Jacob businesses and employed Edom. And furthermore, in the kingdom, there's all going to be neck, foot going to be on the enemy. Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Kakadash.
This is Jeremiah 49 and verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, his wisdom no more in Timon, his counsel perished from the prudent, is their wisdom vanished. It says, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of the Dan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him. The time that I will visit him. Right? If grape gatherers come to eat, would they not leave some green grapes? It says, if thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself, and his seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
Musa is saying he ain't going to have no mercy on you. Say if grape gatherers come to you, they might spoil you and leave back some. If a thief come to you, you might get spoiled and they mightn't take us, they mightn't take all. But he said, I want to make you bare. He said, I want to make you bare. Everything you have, I'm going to. Yeah?
Think about that.
Yeah. They like gangster talk, hey. I want to take everything you have. And I don't know what you have, nothing. I really don't tell you the nights.
What they used to do, they used to take the biggest, roughest, toughest nigga. They used to tie him, feather him, tie him to two horses facing opposite directions, light him on fire, and then beat the horses to tear him apart. You put the fear in it. Or the biggest, baddest, Jake, Yahushai, Judah, coming. And if you watch, you know, when you watch the tribe, right? The tribe have a certain type of build. Benjamin is a lean kind of hard, muscly kind of build. Like it's like lean muscle, but Judah is big muscle. Like when you're watching a football show. That football show, I think with Adam Sandler, when he was in prison.
The longest
yard. Everybody Jake and everybody big ass muscles, them is Judahites. Judahites have a big build. So you have a shine, you have a big build. Better yet, you have what? They said, "It's a man of war." So he come here, but the biggest, toughest Judah, he come in and he go, lady smack on one knee. It says, verse Jeremiah 49 and verse 12, verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, verse 12. For thus said the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not a drink of the cup, have assuredly drunken. I read verse 11. Verse 11. Leave thy fatherless children, I will preserve them alive, and let thy widows trust to me. Let thy widows, you have a scripture that said that the wife not going to lament for them. Something like that. The wife will, basically your wives will be on one check, and you already seen that happen. Right? We saw these are the heathen nations in one check. It says, for thus saith the Lord, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and thou he and shall altogether go unpunished.
I punish my people. Them wasn't the drink of this cup. I create them to be above all nations. Right? You say, well, you must three and a half going down. Say, you only have I know I'll punish you for your iniquity. So Lord punishes all people. He say, you go and go and punish me. You feel you go on their way, I hit my people. You go on their way, you see the eater. No, you know what happens there? You're not going to go and punish.
Yeah. That's all. I will bring up pizza.
The Lord I'm about to deal with the enemies. He saw on the top of the list. Psalm 82 chapter. Right? These guys that you have a public enemy number one. He saw his public enemy number one. I don't mean enemy. You people that don't know your enemies. But you don't know your enemy. You figure enemies is your brother in the block in 6. It's 1 7. So the 9 and my enemy. Same looking people, same nation people, they will kill, they will gun him down. Because he's 9. He's my enemy. And you don't know the fucking white man is your natural born enemy.
Let's put the big one down. And the precept said, oh, please the Lord, they have the Father to bruise the Son. Right? It please the Lord to bruise the Son, which is Yahweh Shai. Father to bruise Yahweh Shai. The Lord bruise Yahweh Shai. Sorry, the Heavenly Father, capital L-O-R-D, Yahweh, bruise Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai bruise the nation. Yahweh ultimately bruise the nation. Right? It's not one man's sin and the whole nation failed. Right? And we saw thing that he was going to punish.
The book of Isaiah chapter 47 and starting at verses 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel.
Right, when you go to Exodus 15, say what? The Lord is a man of war. Right? So it's clear who going to bring that fire. Right? It's clear who going to bring that vengeance. Who going to bring that judgment. Right? It's not no JC. JC is all about his vibration as peace and love. Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua is going to bring what? Vengeance and judgment. Balancing on the scale, right?
Verse 5, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance.
See, the Lord do it. He was wroth with what he polluted his inheritance. But why? But ultimately, we broke his commandment. We broke the covenant. We are known as the covenant people. Right? We are in covenant with him, right? A covenant is a contract. When they breach a contract, there's penalties to pay. Right? So we paid our penalty. But what the scripture says, for 3 transgressions, even for 4. Right? He's not going to turn back to punishment. Right? On Esau. And because what he had a perpetual hatred to his brother. That's right. Right? You know, he showed no mercy. Right? To the upright, I'll show myself upright. To the merciful, I'll show myself merciful. Right? To the what? To the flow, and he'll show himself flow.
In order to come into play, see, Lord, they have vengeance in his heart. Right? He down in mind. Lord, he constantly thinking about his son.
Isaiah 40.
Constantly. I want to come and fuck all up. And the Lord, first he come in. He come with the whole army. He come with the angels on the right hand. The angels on the left hand. Michael, all of them go and be there. Gabriel, the whole host of heaven coming to witness our one. And then he come with the army and the missiles and the Lord come with the whole army.
He coming to make a total end.
He coming to play.
What the scripture say? They shall not rise up no more. He's not going to leave them root, branch, nor nephew.
This is Psalms 144, verse 5. Bow thy heavens, O Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and come down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke.
Bow the heavens, the present heavens. He saw heaven as our hell. The nation of Israel hell. Right? He come to bow the heavens. He literally could have make what? Sky. Full with smoke. Right?
But this the scripture speak about one realm against another. So when he bow the heavens, ultimately that is the angels, they that dwell in heaven, the scripture speaks of, which is the angels of the Lord, with Yahweh Shai, they're going to come down, right? Like the heavens being bowed, to, making their appearance down here. Coming down to fight instead on behalf of the children of Israel, like has always been in time past.
See Maccabees, the angels them stand up.
David and his men.
Joshua, see as captain. Even in the Egyptians, see the Lord look out at the chariot and he come and fuck up the wheels and we finish. He come on the square a wheel in the chariot. No, that ain't what happened. The Lord come and fuck shit up, smash thing, said lightning. The chariot come out and say he destroyed the Egyptians. That is why he split the waters. When he split our waters, and them feel like it's going to walk through. Because when the chariot is a beam, they froze it. They froze the water. When you go into a word congeal, it's frozen. So it froze the water, so it's stand up.
Ice walls on either side.
On either side. So the Egyptians seen that. If they were seeing water, they would have never walked in there because they could come down anytime. So when they seen that still, that ice, that ice wall, them now, that had a melt first. We could walk through and go and catch them and destroy them. You know? And like the Lord pointed the angels to seal it in their mind to really go through. And this Lord come down and discomfort them. Destroy the Egyptian. So the Lord always come and defend Israel. You understand? And coming back again, and Michael, all of them go and stand up. And then afterward, the scripture said at the same time, you know, that earthquake, the earth shock. Like the missiles coming one time, the next army coming one time. Because when he sent them chariots, you know, as the brother like to bring out the double D, he said, deliver the children of Israel and also simultaneously destroying. You understand? The tears.
Isaiah 31:5.
That's right. So when he deliver them, destroy some, whole army coming with the missiles. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet.
Scripture say what the missiles, they're going to climb the walls as if 12. That's what, like a missile defense system. There's a wall, there's a defense. They have the, I'm forgetting the name of the one in Israel, right? And then there's one that the Russians do, right? That Pakistan and India, I think them subscribe to them. And who is the one in Israel, right? But how about meme? The meme of, I forget I'll look it up. I'll look it up this one.
Revelation, the 16th chapter, and starting at verses 18, it says, "And there were voices and thunders and lightnings, and there was a great earthquake, such as was not since men were upon the earth, so mighty an earthquake and so great. And the great city was divided into 3 parts, and the cities of the nations fell. And great Babylon came in remembrance before the Most High, to give unto him the cup of the wine of the fierceness of his wrath. And every island fled away, and the mountains were not found. And there fell upon men a great hail out of heaven, every stone about the weight of a talent. And men blasphemed the Most High because of the plague of the hail, for the plague thereof was exceeding great."
And this one is talking about Iraq, right? The burden in him that day, that they have ventured, that they have recompense. Payback is a bitch. Payback is as Tupac said, it's the sweetest joy in the second pussy. Payback. You understand? Payback in the Lord hand. Repaying, recompense. Revelation 13 and 10. Second Thessalonians 1 and 6. Right? The righteous thing with the most high to recompense them that trouble you. Payback.
One of the precepts was reading vengeance, good vengeance.
Yeah, I have one here.
Vengeance, yeah. And one of the definitions, I normally get on the PC laptop, but when you look it up, it tells you that it deals with revenge, right? Revenge one person or people taking revenge on another. And then at the end of the definition, it says especially in the next life. You understand? It says especially in the next life, in that definition, which resonates perfectly with what we teach, right? Because we believe in an afterlife. Right? We believe in the hereafter, like the Muslims will say the hereafter, which is the hereafter or the afterlife deals with our kingdom, our time of judgment to these nations, our time of recompense to these nations, beginning with Esau Edom, right? Main nation, the main enemy nation, right? Esau Edom, they're going to be repaid in our kingdom. Right? So all this nuclear destruction and all the different devastations, wrath of the Lord is going to be poured out on the earth to basically begin that kingdom that is to come. Alright? The nuclear destruction is going to be that cataclysm leading towards the new world order in righteousness, where these nations will be repaid, because all that is a part of righteousness. Recompense, revenge, right? Rewarding these heathens for what they did unto us. All that is a part of the righteousness that the Lord wants to see on the earth. Alright? But Christians don't teach that. Christians present a one-sided or balance, the God, right? That knows no revenge, that deals with just good, right? And bringing all people together, alright? After having his favorite people suffer under the hands of the so-called white man for so many years, to now bring all people together again. That's what Christianity takes. Or more or worse, they believe that the wicked, right, and also those of the nation of Israel that doesn't accept their Jesus Christ will go to a place to eternally burn forever. So their doctrines clearly doesn't match up with what the Heavenly Father's will is in prophecy. Alright, and the wicked has to be recompensed, and the nation of Israel has to be all righteous. Alright, that's all in prophecy. See how to come, does say the Lord, and to come according to these prophecies, rightly divided word of truth. Anything outside of that is error, is lies, misguidances.
Isaiah 42 and 13. The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war.
Why jealousy? Why is he stirring up jealousy? A man can only be jealous over what's his. Right? He can't be jealous over what someone else is doing. As covetousness mixed up with envy. Right? If that happens, right? If you're jealous over something that is not yours. But the Lord has a right to stir up jealousy on the earth, because these nations, especially Esau Edom, touched his people, touched his wife. And you know how a man gets pertaining to his wife. jealousy becomes the rage of that man. That man becomes very angry. That man now begins to tear shit up, put people to death. Right? And that's what the Lord coming to do. He's coming to put people to death, stir up jealousy as a man of war. He's coming to fight. Alright, he's coming to wreck this shit that they've established on the earth. But
It says, he shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies.
shall what?
Prevail against his enemies.
The Lord ain't coming to lose. That's the reason the brother expressed, you know how much wholesome heavens the Lord comes with. The Lord comes with the whole heavens. And guess what? He could have done it on his own. Alright? But this is an event where no one has to miss. When the Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach return, that's going to be the greatest time in prophecy. The Lord Yahweh Shai's return. That's going to be remembered from forever when the Lord Yahweh Shai return. And that's going to be also known as the new Passover. Right? Because going back to ancient Egypt, the Lord came as the destroyer. Right? He destroyed all the firstborns in Egypt. He also led us out of Egypt. That was the Lord leading us. Right? Through the Gulf of Suez. Right? That was the Lord leading us even in the wilderness, being that pillar of cloud. Right? Pillar of fire. By day, by night, being with us in that chariot. Even dealing with the affairs pertaining to the nation of Israel. When Miriam, Aaron, they decided to speak against the leader that the Lord had set up, he came down and dealt with that matter. So the Lord this time is going to come and he's going to trump all that he did before. Alright, he's going to come and deliver us out of this Egypt, whereas we've been scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Right? Main event being in North America, the Americas, but then at different parts of the world, the Lord is going to send his angels to gather his elect. And then ultimately bring us back to our land. It's a reclaiming of our land. Alright? Whereas we're going to be setting up, the scripture said Jerusalem shall be known as the throne of the Most High. And that's where all the streets of gold is going to come in. These people who are in the land right now, they ain't fulfilling the prophecy of the return of the Israelites in the kingdom. They're not fulfilling that. They're fulfilling the heathens or the Gentiles that are treading down Jerusalem. In Ashdod. Right? They're treading down Jerusalem. And their time, the time of the Gentiles, as the scripture confirms, Luke 21, is almost fulfilled, will be fulfilled. It's going to come to an end. And it's going to end with Yahweh Shai's return. Alright? Yahweh Shai is coming to do that. He's coming to set things back in order. He's coming to set the captives free. You can't set yourself free. You Jakes that believe in high. Buying the strong man.
Stronger man and buying the strong man.
That's right.
I wish I could look at buying Esau.
Right.
See what Esau doing? Esau wants to get your property, your land. So they say he will oppress a man and his heritage. They in Maui saying that this is our spiritual, this land have spiritual value. It have spiritual importance. They have Corinthians, these other stars have their portion, but they want to infringe, they want to bring more, they want to go more into that spiritual place that goes in the land about the Japhites. What they do? They send a huh? Yes, it's a politician. The politician. So they send out a DEW, a direct energy weapon, and they burn the portion of land that they wanted where it had dwelling. Right? To get the people out, and then immediately after that they talk about buying land, state. You see? So he's a strong man, he had that type of power. Right? He had the type of power to use high auroral, I forget where this go. But there's an energy weapon that can change the weather. It can cause earthquakes, it can cause hurricanes, it can cause storms.
And so I said in 1980 something. They bring it across the news like normally they do like a mistake with the energy weapon, like it malfunction and it's destroying some places in the earth. You know? But they're doing the same thing now. There was no fucking mistake back then.
They have it mobile, they have it on aircraft carriers on ships. Right? Yeah, you all remember a couple of years ago, or 3 years ago, they had that flood. You get flood out there. When Granny flood, Kelly Village, all them places they flood out. in human, right?
5 years ago.
5 years ago, right? So look at that. They had the flood, right? And when they had the flood, they had Nicki Minaj. She sent relief. She talked about it. She kind of, have severe flood in the country, Trinidad, blah, blah, blah. But what they didn't put out is that they had the floods across the Venezuela. And people was dying. They actually showed photos. I did a video where I showed you photos and videos of Asha legs sticking out of the mud, dead, right? But when they did the research, my boss did a hard put us onto this guy from out of Florida. His name Florida Marquis. He had done the work because he was a former military man, and he was showing you that they have different. You can tell any ship that is in the ocean, right? You can tell any ship that is in the ocean, they have different satellites and radars and communication device. And he was showing you that there was a ship really half like Grenada. And if you all remember, I remember because I did the video the spirit was heavy on me. Right? We had a series of earthquakes. We have earthquakes like every other day. Or every day. Right? And what we believe is that they was putting on the half and pinpointing because the earthquakes was coming on a certain trajectory. So you had the earthquake, it might have been between, it was just between the islands like Antigua, Barbados, Trinidad. But it was like to the west of the islands. And it ended up hitting Venezuela. So it was like if it was to draw connect the dots with the different earthquakes, it was coming zigzag straight down into Venezuela. And then the same time with what? The floods. So they trigger it. It was tuning in and it was triggering it. That's the short plan. This is Isaiah 42 and 15. Sorry, 14. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still. It says, and I refrained myself. No, will I cry like a travailing woman, I will destroy and devour at once. All our wickedness you do it. When the Lord come, he come with a pure anger. His scripture saying all their affliction, ashes all people. Right? Amongst all the nations have Israel. The Lord said with all their afflictions, I was afflicted.
Factory where making cloud, and I see that right here in Trinidad. Do you remember Mark? When we see the smoke thing and it creating clouds. And after that remaining right there whole night with like clouds. I was like, what, that even down here in Trinidad?
Yeah, son. This is Isaiah 61 and 2. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. Right? So the elect going to be what? Glorified. When you go into that word ashes, it means Ifa or Ife or Afe, worthlessness, right? Because these people watch us as worthless, as a worthless nation. We become a problem and byword. We become low, right? Or people on the streets, or hey, it's against the law that there should be a war or sodomite in the nation of Israel, right? That's some of the biggest forces of the world. Shaniqua, Kisha, Sukuya, but I believe in the same fucking spirit. Sukuya, we call it the folklore Sukuya, Sukukiki, or whatever she name is. And as I was talking about the other day, who was crying and saying she don't want to sing no music no more. Right? She a fucking Sukuya. Local folklore. Sukuya, that's come and suck you. Come and suck you. Suck your blood, just suck you.
Blood, I think blood where they come from. They just lead a mark. Like a big kiki kind of black and blue looking kind of.
Yeah. That's what these women do. They just suck in it. Suck the bus. Suck the bus. Vampires. You must not suck the bus. All people be blessed, right? Except for the elect. It says, origin from the unused meaning, Nestru, It says, Strong's definition, ashes, right? Garment, nahater, right? So, garment or vesture. So you will say what? We go back to Isaiah 61 and 3, to appoint unto them that mourn, to give unto them beautiful ashes. So we're going to have a beautiful garment. Right now we're wearing the garments of sackcloth, right? Ancient times, the prophets, Israel, when they mourn, they put on garments of sackcloth and they put ashes upon our head. Sometimes they put dung on your head to show that they're in a low estate, right? In a low estate, right? But these people don't mourn. The scripture said these people they don't have shame no more. Jake don't have no shame no more. What Jake ashamed of? That's it. Yeah, Jake literally across the street like a big. He is a big fan. No shame. And what he says? He prefers to sleep on the street than to go home in his house. He has a house. So he say what? People let's give me things out here. Yeah, man, this pastor give me a change. And that's what he want. What the man give me change, he watch me in my face. Yeah. Just out there, when the man white shirt and black pants, pass in front of us here every day. He gets some nation because, and he give him money, he stick it in his pocket. When he stick it in his pocket, he watch it. Jake can have no shame. No shame. People let's give me things. Shameless. Jake say no in the corner. He in one spot. He either raise up or he like back down like a log. He shitting, pissing, eating, right in. Right in. So he gets sick, right in. 9 months he spent out there, he gets sick. You see rain no wetter. And you have no roof over his head. So you leave the roof over his head home, right? Because people just give him things out here.
You see, you have a leak in your roof.
You have a leak in the roof. You have a leak in the roof home. He then wet. So he out here underneath the element. But you don't get wet out here.
No shelter at all.
Jake bumped out. You have any questions? Any question?
Curses take over Jake. Pursue Jake.
I said Johnny, I see that. I said Johnny over there, right?
Yeah. You China. Show the girl what the girl so don't leave the sun. You know you see that Solomon say.
She shake her head.
Solomon say out of 1,000 man you find one righteous man. Out of 1,000 man you found now. But she don't ready to go, you can't. She's showing thing. She ready to go. She ready to go. I'm not interested in that.
There's Psalms 149 and verses 4. For the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, taketh pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. To give unto them beauty for ashes. That's going to come with the salvation package. Right? Which is for the nation of Israel, beginning with the 144,000 men. And also to the extra men and children who the Lord would have mercy on in these times. The Lord ain't about saving all Israel in this go around here. It's about saving his elect. You understand? So 2/3 of our people, they have a lot to go through. They have a lot of hell to face in this last stretch. You know, a lot of them going to end up like him. And even worse. In the near future, women going to be in dire state. Men are going to be there. He will have to get from one another. Alright? As far as he could. Because they're going to be very hungry out here. Hungry to the state of cannibalistic attempts, right? Cannibalistic actions being done. From the little child they want to eat, right? When they had enough, when they eat the child, they need some more. They might come onto the streets and hunt people. I'll show you that in this movie, Edge of Extinction, right? Edge of Extinction, there was a cannibalistic crew that was rolling, snatching up people. Road to.
Look at Eli.
And guess what? As much as food was of a high demand, you know what else was a high demand? Of high demand? Women. Women was of high demand. One of the cannibalistic men held on to one of the other guys from the other team that was against cannibalistic stuff, and he basically began to beg for his life. He was like, what I could do for you? What am I do for you? He said, we need women. That's what the cannibal said. We want women. Edge of extinction. Understand?
What are the two things having come? Food and women.
Spoils.
Being carnal. That's right. Being carnal. That's right. Like one of the spirits that we as men of the Lord, we pray no. Study in flesh.
See when someone come, you might feed on it. In a hard time, when it's no food, you know, the humans and the dead around it.
Yeah. Flesh go be crying out.
Yeah. When Matthew 24, 9 to 12, they had the cold thought, you know?
Bring something. Yeah, Revelation 6. The Lord is the one who ultimately bringing these times. Alright, the Lord bringing these woeful times, and this is why for many years, you all see us out here for many years, right? Beginning with the brothers that would have been foundational in this country, right? Beginning with the elders that would have been foundational in America, right? And the world on describing our teaching, they would say that we always speaking about some sort of terror. We always speaking about woeful events. We always speaking about terrible side of things. Well, that's what the Lord is about to bring. He's about to bring terrors. The Lord is about to bring lamentations, mournings, and woes. And just like the prophet Micaiah said, it was only what the Lord said we could say. Balaam even said that. Right? It's only what the Lord tell him or put in his spirit to say. That is the only thing you can say. So you have to understand the mode that the prophet's in. The prophet's not out there just trying to scare you. Right? We're not out there trying to just scare because there's a good news behind all the woes. After all the woes, there will be peace. But you don't understand what the Heavenly Father is about to bring now in these times. Everything has its time, as the scripture says. Ecclesiastes 3. A time and a season for every purpose under the heaven. Now is not the time that the Heavenly Father wants to see things as, flourishing and prospering, especially because this place is wicked. Right? 2nd Ezra 15th chapter. He will hold his tongue no more in touching the wickedness in which they profanely commit. And then he said he will begin to pour out upon them plagues, famine, death, destruction, sword, calamities. This is what the Lord is bringing. Alright, so this is what we heralded in the earth. Revelation 6 and verses 8. It says, and I looked. John the Revelator seeing these things 2,000 years ago. Right, that is happening, taking effect in today's time. And the scripture said the visions, which Apostle John received visions on the Isle of Patmos, right, is yet for an appointed time. And at the end it shall speak. This is the end. We're in the end times. Alright, we're in that last stretch, right to the finish line unto our kingdom, ultimately. So it says, and I looked, and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, which represents America. Alright, the Americas by extension, North America. Alright? It says to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So the Lord going to turn up things in this world. Alright, the main events happening in the Americas. The main event for salvation is going to happen in the Americas. The main event of destruction is going to happen in the Americas. Alright? The Lord is against the North country. He's against America. He's against this Western. And you can clearly see today. Because the Lord has a confederacy today set it up, which is known as the BRICS nations, right? To come against the vibration of the West. And it's the Lord stirring them up to do so. Whereas these nations in the East, they have missile capabilities. And they all have that one mind of destroying the West. Who put them in that mind? Revelation 17. The Lord had put it in their heart to fulfill his will. Alright? And that's going to be to the destruction of Esau's kingdom. But Esau, if you didn't know, he created the West to be how it is. He perverted the West. When the natives came across here, there was no perversion. Alright? Land where never mankind dwelt. The natives came here, dwelt here, they didn't have all this perversion going on. It's when the so-called white man came across with his colonialism, right? And his folly is where we get to this state of wickedness we have here today, where men have rights to walk around looking like women. Women have rights to claim to not be a woman and be whatever gender they feel like, and claim to be equal with men. That is what Esau bring across here. The natives didn't bring that here. So the Lord has a mind to destroy what Esau had set it up, that wine and that fornication. Sure. Well, his image, ultimately.
Isaiah 34 and 1. Come near ye nations to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear all that and all that is therein, the world and and all things that come forth of it.
Yeah, you gotta come to hearken to what? These prophecies. 2 Peter 1 and verse 19. We have a more sure word of prophecies, whereunto you do well if you take heed.
So back to what I was saying, they might say that the prophet is always speaking about this doom and gloom, calamities, but the Lord said, come and hear. Come and hear what is to come. Hear what is to come. Verse 2. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all the nations. Which word indignation goes into what? Righteous anger. The Lord is angry against you, and rightfully so. You nasty ass Elamites, Estonians, you nasty ass Hamites, you know who we are. The Elamites and the Hamites know who we are. We are the children of Israel. We are above them. But they have us in contempt. All these nations proud over the nation of Israel right now. Right? When you're in. What's that? Yeah. Feed me, you know that. Yeah, my mother, feed me. That was
Feed me more.
Yeah.
Feed me more.
Yeah. And then they put it, they do like a meme. What do you want from Star, you know? Star Wars. The Star Wars. Remember Star Wars have the big fat worm looking thing? Have a big fat worm looking thing. I forget his name. He was like a kingpin too now, but or someone in the alien shit.
I think I've eaten me man thing.
Yeah, he have a big fat thing, you know? Yeah, like feed me. Yeah. But as well, you remember that Elamites that you have say your father never gave you nothing. I gave you something. You paying for what you're paying for. Right? You had the time with the grants around the people there, they get them a contract to do the school feeding. Right? So they provide the nutrition for the schools and the juice and the peanut punch. And the daughter of that company, the owner of the company say what? All them niggas like cockroaches but only multiplying. That's how these nations watch you. You feel the Lord in here and all that? The scripture say, Exodus 11 verse 7, against any of the children of Israel, let not a dog move his tongue. All the dogs talk, all them moving on their tongue, they're talking about no literal canine. It's not canine they're talking about when they're going to the tongue, is a contemptible person. Heathens. You heathens, you're a contemptible. Right? The scripture said, against the nation of Israel. Somebody bring it on that Exodus 11 verse 7.
Look at the chapter 11 verse 7.
I said 20. I couldn't even say it.
Exodus chapter 11 verse 7.
Right.
It says, but against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that he may know how that the Lord doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
Trump now either might you say what? The Caribbean nations is a shithole. Shithole country. You understand? Wow. These dogs really talking.
Like America is some kind of the poverty rate in America is through the roof. The employment rate, the homeless rate, it's skyrocketing day by day because cost of living increasing in the States drastically. So people improvising, because if the people showing you how you could build a place to live in, buy a little van, try and make a place to live and that's your house. That is how they do it in America. People living in the cars, people living in the streets. Now people living in the cars and they have jobs.
Hey, in Toronto, in Canada, right now we have that situation in Canada.
Like the fourth part of it. Like Canada actually means Fort Canaan. Canada go back to Canaan and that fourth character in the graph. See? So the fourth Canaan, the fourth part of it. So these things turn up as we read of it prophetically. When we look into the world today, we see it happen. Comparing is against the West.
Comparing spiritual things with spiritual. you have to understand the spirit if you can teach the spirit, in order to teach the spirit. And I just went into what the Hebrew to break down the name Canada. To bring it in prophecy. You know? There's no precept package out here. Spirit is like you win.
You see, so could call our country a shithole country. But America is a shithole country.
Yeah, that's what the brother was speaking. Kala was saying that so. He said, no more because I'm delicate. You know?
He's a shithole people. Joe be took your chapter like that. He's going to bury among the bushes and he tune up our roots and things. You know the most I said about it to rain and he all that power, he all that soul, like all it come upright, all it was naturally unforced, crawling around and moving around when it was driven away from the men. You was actually old people, you don't bathe. Jake, you know, we bathe twice a day, however I go, we bathe every day, all they don't do that. They want them, you don't mind someone who come back and say, I haven't showered in about 4 days. And she did gym going right trying to spray things, shit. You understand? He saw that shit will be.
See,
Psalm 73 and verse 8, it says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. They set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue will touch the earth. And so they speak concerning oppression. Because how these countries become third countries because they suck the resources and the riches from these Caribbean islands or from these small countries and use it for their benefit to enrich them and to bring their pockets. So it's like the same Trinidad. The Syrians are the people and they suck in the resources that's supposed to benefit the people, that's supposed to have the people live in lavish, comfortably I should say. And they put it in a few men's pockets. And everybody had to take the scrubs and live like dogs. The guys had to come and say, well, they show you shit country. A country like this not supposed to have bad roads. You see that you have pitch league, the largest pitch league in the world, which is where it is used to play the shoes. You're supposed to have the best shoes in the world. But what they do? He didn't come and take it to benefit them.
you can read it over again.
Psalm 73 and verse 8, it says, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
As the brother mentioned, the roads. We have the worst roads probably in the world, right? Having a pitch lake, having a natural resource like a pitch lake, and you know what they do? They send the officers, the overseers outside to charge you for having a defective vehicle, which it is their responsibility to make sure that you have a vehicle, you have roads to drive on. Right? But we have defective roads and they want to have you have a perfect vehicle. They haven't given you an increase on your salary. Right? They haven't given you a back pay. We living on the same, we have the same cost of living from 10 years ago. Right? Salaries ain't going up. So how are you supposed to pay? How are you supposed to pay to fix these vehicles, maintain these vehicles efficiently? Right? We just came out from 2 years lockdown, right? You go to the malls, you see the malls, some of the malls still looking like a ghost town. Yeah. Somebody actually do a TikTok on that the other day.
Yeah. Trinity Mall is a ghost town.
It's a ghost town. You had the Timberland store, you had the J Malone's, a big restaurant.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. And there must places that sell. So you're thinking of everything will have been everything, but they're gone because they couldn't recover. So if the man with the fat and bucket couldn't recover, what about the small man? Hooligans, hand to mouth. And then what they speak, brothers right say what they speak loftily against oppression. Right? Yeah, the Prime Minister saying there's nothing wrong with the rich remaining rich and the poor remaining poor. Because the rich have to provide opportunities for the poor. So if they're providing opportunities, shouldn't be reasonable and fair opportunities. Right? No, what they do is they're just giving you scrums from the table. But all to fulfill the prophecies. And it goes to show that these governments, govern means to rule, maintain mind in the Latin. They rule in mind. When they choose them, they follow the mandate for the spirit of Pharaoh and Egypt. Right? They were oppressing the fucking people. Pharaoh oppressing people. So much so, when we ask for a day to worship our Lord, he said, what fucking day? What mother can they tell them about? Go and do twice every work out fucking straw. Don't give them no straw. Let them have to pick the straw, come back and do the work. Right? Go and get all the own straw. We was given all the straw. Right? But no, you go and get the straw, do twice time your work.
I say we're not time to be idle.
We're not time to be idle.
Like the same thing that
That's the spirit of Pharaoh. That's what they're doing. Right? They send, we have bad roads, destroy your vehicle, tax you, ticket you, inspect your vehicle. If you don't inspect it, you get a ticket. Right? They can drive around in the luxury of UV tint in their vehicles that the sun don't burn them up, that the air conditioner not overwork, that they have to put more towards gas, fuel. Right, that they have the government and the ministers, they have the luxury of doing that. But you the normal man, you are the fucking boy. When you sit down in your convection of it. Right? If you tend to a car that, they charge you a fucking ticket. That's unrighteous decrees.
Your car will be your car.
when you idle and you want time to be creative.
Come on, man.
Yeah, when you idle and you want time to be creative, you will come up with ideas, you will come up with solutions to problems. You will come up with things that they fear might overthrow them. So what I have you doing, either idle or you're too tired. You're occupied, you're always occupied or you're too tired. So either they kill you on work, if they kill you on work, come home and it's entertainment. Basketball, football, Instagram, Facebook, this, that, wherever it is to keep you occupied and to keep your mind from being creative. You understand? They go with that.
What I mean today, you say having a TV in your house is as do you have a Jew in the room? A Jew? Jew.
It makes sense because them control
programming. Television program. That's all they support it. Television program. It's programming. The eyes are the for the show. Channel it.
That's why the YouTube so dangerous to them because they alternative media. They can't control that. See, they could control the normal TV and whatever.
Yeah.
Their mainstream, they see the YouTube, they alternative media. Men could get famous on the YouTube just like that. You could just keep doing videos and somebody, you set up your account the correct way. Some people, millions of people could get in tune with you and you become famous.
Follow your vibe.
And
the strikes coming. Community guidelines
and the moderators that they have, I believe they literally hire people, especially against us.
Yeah, what is it?
I do videos. Once come and strike me. I know recent video went strike. Years of months, old videos.
They're scrutinizing. They're going through. Right? They say that it come out that the whole CV and the CV19 and the Juice, right? It was a hoax. It was a hoax. Medicine, blah blah blah. Right? About they say everything that over with. Right? Why president now that we still getting strike on medical misinformation? When people fucking drop dead and they know it's because of that. Young healthy, athletic people. Right? And it can be proven. Right? You have pathologists coming out and saying that certain anomalies was happening in the cadavers, in the dead bodies, right? When they do the autopsy, right? And they're all prevalent with taking the juicy juice. So we know what the juicy juice was. The facts is out there, but they're still striking after that done gone. It means that they're trying to hide something. They're trying to keep something hush. They're trying to say that they're left in secret. Secrecy was the order of the day. But through the alternative media, right, the secret they're exposed. So what? We become the number one hated. I want to skip the second and just 16. Right? Great interactions will be made unto them. And fear the Lord. ultimately, we out here speaking and teaching, right? We fear the Lord more than we fear men. So they say, fear not man that can destroy the body, but fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushua that can destroy your body and the soul in hell.
Jake sick in the fucking head. He must say, I'm kill all them Batman and them, man. Fuck, man.
They don't deserve to breathe this way. All them rights they get in this world. I go and come time. That go and come time. I have to come time. Show me fucking Jake like fuck, man.
Your head is sick.
Sick. It's a part of keeping them occupied. Until you keeping them occupied, they have a lot of follies that they keep them occupied.
Back then, nowadays, these people wasn't walking out here so brave. That bullet man was fucking hiding in village.
Kill all them fucking brothers.
They will come back, them coming out 2, 3 in the morning. I can't time when them coming out, them bullet man. Now they can walk in place just normal.
Because Esau giving them this privilege. But Esau is a flaming homosexual. All these Edomites, they love it. They love it.
Roman Empire, Caesars and them. I was a plain example. Them all them Caesars, you imagine that you is a Caesar. You're a king. A Caesar was like a king on the earth. And instead you say, oh, bring all the women for me in this region. You taking taking little boys. Now your pleasure. Now little boys swim through your leg. And when they power they good, what they used to do?
Never leave.
He's vile. Now his scripture saying in Hebrews 12. Lest there be any profane person or fornicator as Esau.
Never leave genitalia. And you call them little fishes or something.
That was which king?
That was Caligula.
Not Caligula, that was
Or Tiberius, one of them.
Caligula. Caligula was different, man. Caligula was the homosexual demon.
He was homosexual himself.
Yeah, he was that spirit.
Have a movie.
Yeah, you can't watch that movie about
He hates woman.
That movie.
How much you man like fucking man?
That movie, I watched that movie and fast forward and still couldn't stomach the whole thing. I take off that shit. I take it off for him. I'm taking horse, all kind of thing.
And he didn't say to these women in power, say with a laugh. You ain't talking about God? And they laugh because these women and all, they let them love Bulla man, friend.
Outer shape beast. Yeah, you got to man a fucking outer shape beast.
That's right.
Everybody know
The
that.
wrong tires I call it.
She faced that media already. She's scared up.
You see the fact when I pass on the entrance plate?
Yeah, she had talking about
No, that will be awesome. I don't think you have reached it.
good fucking frightened as April. You scared of your face. Pass your fucking face. Pass.
If you feel the Lord like you, or love you, you talk about how beautiful the woman was and how the feet were so tender that they really touch the floor.
So laughing on the ground.
You understand?
These women is the definition of our glory to into shape. The scripture says, I'll turn your glory into shape. Because the glory of our man is his woman, right? It's women, the women of our nation. Because a part of the glory of our nation now is a total shape and disgrace. When you look at some of them. Alright? And from their very morals and character, in fact. That because one thing to be less fortunate to have a good looking figure, right? But then to have the type of behavior that is despicable, that goes with it, despicable, that goes with it. Right? Look at that. That's supposed to be something that you want to show me now.
That's good stuff.
That's supposed to be here. They definitely fucking got a shot.
All that,
They said you got a shot.
all that cakes and yams.
Yes. And talking about shame. Shame woman. But if you can't say the one fat woman, or you can't say the one 350 pounds, or two brown, but yeah, when the more you tall, like a skyscraper, muscular, 6
Them
feet.
can see other one time, man.
You can't see.
Anytime we say nah, you too out of shape, you gotta go to the gym. Be disrespectful.
And there'll be some women with out of shape and
Having low opinion.
fortune, three baby daddies, them looking for a specific kind of man. Them one man with making 6 figures and I'm gonna die with them.
I don't know, I can get right. I can get right. So the girl, she has school use this one, spine, SO, and she has badass. When she play back, you see, SME spine. You have to go and get checked out. You have to know that you are the best match to bring my seed, or to bring forth a child for you. Some shit so. It's like, bitch, your back shaped like a fucking letter S. You can put me, you can compare me to anything. You're supposed to be thankful, John. You're supposed to be thankful. It says Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes.
You more shamefaced than you do, man.
Yeah.
You more shamefaced. If my brother, wife, I hear so we can head up. My head down, brother. You go ahead.
It says,
The Lord about to list some things here in Isaiah, and he's telling you why. He's gonna say why these things come upon them. Because they are haughty, because of their pride, the arrogance, that ego, that sense upliftment that they've gotten in this world, self-consciousness, self-confidence, pride in a nutshell, right, that they have in this world is what bring these things that the brothers are going to bring upon all humanity.
Isaiah, Isaiah chapter 3 verse 2. It says,
These women and them can't set a foot out of the house without paying on force.
yeah, Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16 again. Moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty. When you look at the word haughty, it means to be high, to be exalted. Above, H1 361. Rabah. It means to be lofty of Yahweh's ways, good sense. To be arrogant in a bad sense. And be proud. Not be proud. Raise up, great height of God. To be proud. So it's a bad sense.
That's right. It's a bad sense. There's a lot of bad things happening in this life. Right? It's not a good thing to be living off faith here. Right? Where every time you have to look beautiful, you have to cover your face with some kind of thing. Right? You have to stick something to some part of your body to look good. That is not a good condition to be in. Beauty should be natural. Right? But because of your pride, you have to work so hard and you have to exhaust your funds to look a bit presentable or pleasing, and it still don't look good.
Yeah.
A lot of you.
But besides your look, there's consistency. But when you take out that fucking drawers,
Yeah, busy.
And that's what we're playing in.
Not just ask for a natural body.
hey, when you want hell break loose and you don't have no penny wise, you don't have no pharmacy to go to get it close and pay for them. Then they're gonna see the then they're gonna see the true nature of the beast.
Let's take our back and they will be smiling. So man, they take our back and still
Yeah, my mama used to take home and they used to park. Then they went to high school and they went through puberty and they smell this kind of weird smell. All the girls in school.
Their healthcare, their habits, their eating habits, their hygiene, right? Their health on a nutshell. is a result of that. They eating well, right? Things that they're eating and the same horsepower what you eat. A woman's supposed to keep a certain diet. Supposed to keep a certain, how to say, care. Like that women in ancient times, they would have soaked. You understand? They'd have soaked themselves for a year, you know, six months in certain frankincense, certain, you know, different precious minerals and whatnot, oils, you know, to have themselves a certain, keep the skin looking, you know,
Fragrance and perfume.
up to par. But now it's just dash on some powder here and there, right? Pour on some lipstick, right? Spray on some perfume, and go out there. And when you're ready, you know, like, you wash yourself, you take a bath, you take that bath and you settle down, you get that scent. You understand? Because they ain't hygienic. Alright? They ain't up to par with the hygiene and the health.
See, the thing is that like a fucking the white thing. It's like you're trying to, how to put you're trying to
Mask.
yeah, like yeah, on exactly. Because what most of these girls do these days is on the phone only, and as soon as they go home, they're gonna take a bath. They just lying down, they just waking up lying down, watching Netflix all day. And when it's time to go, they're gonna take a bath. So that is your body not going it's clean naturally then. Women supposed to be in a 3 to 5 up to 3 to 5 times. And that is just home. One wash, they take a bath. One cook, they take a bath because of the heat. One do summer, they take a bath. But I'm just wanna fucking do everything. I night drive before you come, they wanna take a bath.
It says, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and the Lord will discover their secret parts. Look at the word discover. It means to bear, to be nude, to leave destitute, discover empty or raise or pour out. Right? To be exposed. To leave destitute, empty, or spread self uncovered. Actually, the Lord is going to make them uncover the secret parts, which is what the vagina. Right?
Cleavages. Understand that the scandalous way of dressing today. You understand? All the fraud. You make all your glorify all yourself in shame and all that. Because nakedness is a shame. The higher goods all out in the streets. You know, long ago it would have you left it up to a man to really imagine what's going on underneath. You know, now it's just and then they want respect on top of that now. So men start to treat you because you're showing off the goods, right? Your ass outside, your breasts outside, men start to deal with you like a slut. You know?
They want to put on a uniform, a policeman uniform.
And then claiming you know what respect.
Yeah, a policeman uniform, a fireman uniform, a slut uniform.
Some men just take it by force. Which, you know, we don't support that here. Right? Men going out there and just raping women. Right? And this when you check the cause and effect of a lot of rapes that take place in time past, that even take place in today's time, is because of how these women fucking dress. You understand? It's how these women attire themselves, and then when they do their little slut walks, right, and they do their little feminist marches and whatnot, they would bear placards saying, "Don't tell us how to dress. Tell men stop raping."
But that's real fucking. That's why I can't stand these people in this man. You know, all these people are calling the police station and trying to defend them with that bullshit. I can't stand them because they're fucking hypocrites. If you wear your pants and your fucking bottom and police target you, or you have heels in your head and police target you, you know what I'm saying? That you caused on yourself. You caused on yourself. You portray yourself to be a criminal. You understand? You portray yourself to be a criminal. So you make yourself a target. It is the same thing with these women. If they're just like sluts, and we address them like sluts, sexy, I want to do this and this and this day, then no fucking have a problem with it. Because that way you show them what you want.
This is upside down hypocritical word. This word's stupid.
Like even today, is our offense that faggot to call him a faggot.
So what are you? What are you? What are you? Are you not a faggot? Are you not a homosexual?
You ain't a
Don't
bola.
you like men? So what's a poll? This is the word, this is Isaiah 2. Isaiah chapter 3, therefore, Isaiah chapter 3 verse 17. It says, therefore the Lord will smite the scab of the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and will discover their secret parts. When you go to the word secret parts, it goes into paw, hoof, or top, pot, right? 86596. It says sucking hinges, secret parts. Strong's definition says a hole, to open a hole, that is a hinge or female pen, pudenda. When you look at the word pudenda, it goes into the external genital organs of a human being and especially of a woman.
The hole. And they say a hole?
Yeah, say a hole.
The hole.
Yeah. So, you know, you mentioned slut walk. We see slut walks every day. They walk outside, you see a slut walk. Because they outside there. The same fat bitch across the road. In the pum shorts. Right? Long time when I was small, they used to call them batty riders. Right? And then a girl who had a batty rider, you used to watch her kind of way. She used to, you know that she done morally gone. You know that girl who is very batty rider in your village, she's a fucking. You understand? You know, it's everywhere.
It's due to a lack of proper parenting too. A lack of, proper fathering, I would say. And even mothering.
And shame. You see, if they say, well, they are ashamed, when they was not ashamed. They were not ashamed. They're not ashamed. Because literally, women coming outside in the streets in their panty and their bra.
That to come out in the street so that you had us to be home, look at yourself in the mirror, walk in the living room,
Make a conscious decision.
Man is here, right? And man be watching,
you coming out of the house, you going out the house like that? Man, they say you going out the house like this. Is why you leaving the house like that?
No, there's some clouds and sending you there.
You fucking real? You leaving my house like that? If you leave my house like that, don't come back. Oh, mommy, what I tell you?
When you leave the one I'm playing. Yeah, I'm taking suitcase and clothes and things. Yeah, you can't come back in my house and all bullshit.
Because when you go out there, you know you're going out there and come back with something. So when you go out there, you go on to sell goods. So you come back with your come back with a very big.
Yeah, or a disease. Yeah, sick. Nobody know what's going on with you. To carry you to the hospital, put you on them drugs, kind of mind you, and you just become a plague in the place. And it had this recent what's it, a baby shower, more or less, where this Jake woman, short clip, Jake woman, pregnant. She looked like she was about 5 into the pregnancy, about 7 months, 8 months, real big. And 2 men standing next to her. And the story was, she didn't know who the child father was, because it was a threesome.
Wow.
She don't know who the child father is, because it was a threesome.
And it's Jake, It's Jake, it's starting.
So she invited 2 of them. And 2 of them normal, posing by the belly, taking turns.
Yeah, I was on Facebook and Instagram. That. It's not gone. This place is stupid. This place is stupid.
Imagine it time that actually supported polyandry.
Yeah, is that all right? And you come by me there, you shop there? You
Man.
He's
He's an ass, man. He's an ass. I tell you, this place stupid, he's an ass.
He girl, he pick shop today, that he girl with his wife.
Are you up?
Like he pick shop today and today that is his wife. Like it's one time. As he pick shop that his wife. Say she is polyandrous. Say she polyandrous, he cool her out. Say he cool her out, he trying to get she to stop being that way.
I see
That's what they are.
Hey, you mad, man. He say he become right now, he is the top. So, man,
Shiva too. Queen of Shiva.
he passed back all the just have 5 men. She have 5 men. He passed it.
One
He
more
passed
camera,
it.
but she went back.
He going up and rank.
Yeah, he first man.
Top guy.
Wow.
And he knows sex engineer. I said, but what the fuck is this?
He went by mother.
I said, what you talking about? I said, she was intimate with men already, yeah. You in intimate with she, but you over all the rest of them.
So guess yeah, and he's the one strong. She with Daniel C with this king about pay or something like that. Then
No, Apami, she was in the king. Apami was in the
concubine. Concubine. King. See, so that she taking off the crown, slapping him and thing. And you should be sad if she sad, he sad. You know? Like you saw the power of the woman. He on top of the rank, but he not getting for sex.
A beautiful woman with sick dating and then people happen. A beautiful woman. You know, because I say that this right there. A beautiful woman will have your spirit thing, but you feel that you fucking woman. You come and slap you, take your comfort as you beating that bitch down.
Yeah, actually, when you're good and bad, doesn't matter. You do that.
Yeah. But
I'm intoxicated.
hey,
What's wrong?
You didn't meet them, you didn't meet them.
I see him there when the ceremony roti run and take 1 2 hours and come back on the
Man come back and put the roti in the fridge, a hot roti. You come back with the roti and take it and rest it inside of the fridge.
Now he had gone.
Some more roti, right?
I'm a set of fucking weirdos out there.
Alright, where those out here.
You have just weirdos and people just here to get the job.
There's
You can 16 on this 44. It says, behold, everyone that uses proverb shall use this proverb against the same as is the mother, so is the daughter.
okay, man. Nice way to see this. The same man and this woman behaving, then growing up the daughter to be the same way.
From small, from 2 and 3 years old, I had a daughter on some skirts that just below the vagina line. Just below right here.
So what they gonna grow up to be?
Yeah. Or probably worse than their mothers. Because they get the argument from toddler age.
Training the daughter to be wine and girls.
Yeah. Coke said no. Why don't low?
Wine,
Two
wine,
brothers. Two.
That is one because this thing you know so show on Instagram. Two can show Roy Q or whatever. He does have these girls that are dancing, taking a class. I said 100 years ago. I started asking I actually went on a fucking a converter to see how much 100 years ago. If I don't see a million to see. Because I can't see how a woman gonna fucking
Listen, cheap.
so what come she asked for $600 fucking dollars or $650 on the internet. The whole world just
What about the youth man who was in school and his mother just had Instagram home, right? She said she never talked to him about it, but the youth man said, you shame. His friends can pay money to see his mother naked. She destroyed his whole psyche. You understand? I gotta jump on the fucking school. You gotta jump on her school. She mashed up that youth man. You understand? Because she don't have any integrity. She have no shame. Were they ashamed? No, they were not.
Neither did they blush.
You understand? By the way, we had the queued up, but we didn't polyandry to have more than one husband or male mate, right? For edification sake.
polygamy is like God term for it. Polygamy deals with multiples with one.
Right.
Multiples with one, then they're bringing it to gender basis, whereas man to multiple women as polygyny. L-Y-G-Y-N-Y. Woman one woman to multiple men. Polyandry.
So that's an abomination to Abba Shimon Shai. That's what we like to make
One man to multiple men. One woman to multiple men. Well, that is nothing new. But as I was always use as a reference to show you the difference with a man, because I was always say, like, if you can have one woman, I can have one man.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
That's what they say.
Yeah, that's what they say. But that's where the confusion begins. If I have sex with 10 women, you gotta know who the parents are. As long as you leave me alone. If a woman has sex with 10 men, not gonna know who the father is. It's gonna have confusion. And that's what brings this confusion in the world today. We are a man raising a child that he don't have bring forth. And then you can't get your heartbreaking news. Or it might be yours, and your woman tell him that child is not yours because she been fucking with other men.
That's something called peer bonding. Right? It's something that happens when a man ejaculates into a woman. For the first time, her first man, Batwala, there's a spiritual connection that determines the world peer bonding. She connects, she believes, her DNA changes into his, it accepts his, right? It's DNA modification. And I believe that's why Esau does that thing called soul cooking. When they mix the blood and sperm, and they eat and drink that shit, right? That's soul cooking because that you know, like that sperm has the ability to break the blood-brain barrier and to go up into your brain, right? So that man is actually living in you.
A man is living on one head.
A man living in you.
So they do the experiment with some fruit flies.
Yeah.
And then they say the fruit fly. Yesterday I told him, I check down the fruit fly that not leaving the sperm, for lack of a better term, in the fly. That fly easily just go and sleep around. The one were not leaving the sperm. But I didn't do have to go on that. But it's a scientific thing to the experiment. But the one that leaving the sperm in the fly doesn't feel to one sleep around. And the same thing with when you live in your seed, and a woman constantly staying in she. Like that sex is a spiritual thing. It's not just sticking again, you know, it's spiritual. You live in your seed in that woman constantly. You living inside that shit.
When you constantly breaking in a woman or leaving your ejaculating in a woman, after a while, that woman is starting to look like this. Right? After a while, she look like you. But saying like your sister, like brothers and sisters, because all your bond so long and you continue to pulling that
She will actually smell like you too.
You see that in the old couple, like people who remain together for years, the old couple, you see them looking like brothers and sisters. Oh, they resemble so.
Your spirit on her. That's it. Your spirit on her. You understand? So when you deal with these women or these souls here, what's happening is that you deal with spirits of men. Many men. Many men.
Bipolar.
Which then gone.
Bio go back to two. You know, polar go back to spirit one.
Yeah.
Right? Two spirits.
So it's not bi now, it's schizophrenia. Multiple schizo.
Polypolar.
Polypolar. That's what you're not dealing with that beautiful shit. You're dealing with fucking legion. It's legion.
We are one for we are many.
We are many. So you fighting. That's why you say, oh shit, that is my enemy. You know, that's why Paul say what? He wish that we were all like him. He was like, he look for your house, for your bash, what? You know?
So these men who be talking,
He that had a wife will have what? Trouble in the flesh. Because you want to fight them demons. You should just say woman is going to be hard. That's such a
Like just last night, look at Jake, see why you fucking a man wife. So, but you can't be on that guy. You can't be on that player. See, so why I get out? You see, but I love this girl, I want to be with you. A man wife, boy, fish myself. I said that wrong. And then I said, then you watch for yourself and you want to be loyal to she. What kind of something is that?
But Jake said the excitement is knowing that it's not that woman.
Well, that's
I heard Jake said that. Yeah, but there's stone and water on speech. Jake
That's
said,
it.
when the trail go on, watch and see how that relationship going to go. That's when that demon wants to.
Jake said, if she's single, me know she. And he will have a man. Yeah. Knowing that it's wrong. Yeah, I like that. I hear Jake say that.
Yeah, the Jake saying, right? I said, so what make you feel she gonna be loyal to you after you fucking she right now and she have a man? What make you feel she gonna be loyal to you now? I said, no, two how you gonna be loyal to each other? You're simping, you're fucking simping. You know, why a man could have more than one woman and a woman can't have more than one man? Why?
We're fucking around.
So we not even equal anyway.
Yeah.
We not equal.
She's a weaker vessel. She's less.
She's not related to the body, to the biology of it. Scripture says like when the fire. All that what brothers is going into with different living DNAs, leaving men and going into women. Right? From the time when next DNA enters, that is a defilement. You understand? To that woman, to that land. That land now is going people who take their
But if I carry back to the true relationship between a man and a woman, which is master and servant, that is the true relationship. Not just a kind of husband and wife thing where they feel like, you know, yes, yeah, kind of more like a feelings thing, more like a tingling feelings thing. It's more like a relationship.
Business.
Exactly, because I spending money for you. You ain't spending fucking money for me. I ain't spending my money for you. So I ain't not going to spend money for somebody for them to be serving an next person. No. That is just it. If I spend my money for a servant, my servant had to serve me. And if I could spend money to get 10 servants, them 10 servants had to serve me. My fucking 10 servants. But one of my servants can't have an ex-master. It works so.
Two masters. You go love one, you go despise the other. Like this idea, I did folly right there.
And I just tell them, a man is a God. But I see relationship with both sides of it. We could have as much servants as we want. But we, the female in this relationship, or the woman in this relationship, we can't have more than one servant. Like that broad idea of it. Putting the man in that position of God. But he's the one that didn't find.
if a man is superior, the authority, you can't tell him if he could take a next servant or not. We have groups like IUIC, you know? Yeah. Alright? Teaching men that, or teaching women that if they have the same master, if teaching two servants, and if they have one master, they in sin, they in fornication. That is nonsense. That is not supported in scripture. The master can have how many servants he wants. That's how the Most High set it up. Alright? Other precept here, but there's Proverbs chapter 6 and verses 32. It says, but whoso committed adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Understand? So you lack understanding when you commit. And that's what these Jakes show. They show that they lack understanding when they go sleep with a wife. Talking about you want to make that your wife, you want to own that. That is lacking understanding. The scripture says a good understanding. Have all they that do his commandments. The Most High had set it up where a woman is to have one man in her entire lifetime. That's how the Most High set it.
All starts with the fear of showing outside. It is the beginning of wisdom.
The fear in Lord is right. Without it,
Hey, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. These people have no wisdom. They have no fear towards their Bashim Yashad. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sent us against an evil work is not executed speedily. You're not getting judged. Right? You're not coming before the priest and putting, giving the woman the bitter water to drink. But guess what? Spiritually, you're there. We can see it. That low hanging belly. Right? And the rotting on the thighs. Spiritually, you're there.
Cellulites in the legs.
I remember I used to see it. Right? And then when I came into the church, I used to observe it, and there was a question in my mind. Why that barber didn't finish that sick up thing? Like, why? I used to notice it as a youth man coming up. I used to watch it, and then I came to the church and I see this, and the scripture was showing unto me, and I was like, wow. That's what the Lord was showing me that, yo, she ain't right. I remember watching Young Years, and seeing that, like, woo, the lower half from the neighbor go down there, that little punch. Yeah. It's like, she fucking. Yeah, she fucking. But no one decided that she fucking meant men.
Then the Lord money just said the Lord is jealous God. We are his servants, right? We are his prophets. So the spirit of jealousy in men, like something men have naturally, that you will know your woman fucking up. Spirit of jealousy will come on you dreams, and because all you're born to, there's a connection there. So you go and know, you go and feel it in your spirit, that this woman fucking up. Again, the spirit of jealousy, why this happening to her? You don't understand it because it's not a priest over there again. But that spiritual thing will be constantly happening with them.
And there was a severe punishment, that curses will come on the woman. Curse will come on the woman. The priest will pronounce a curse through the water. I was given to her to be drank the water, bitter water, for her to drink, which was also mixed up with dirt, I believe, or dust from the water, and she would drink that, and then that is where the swelling would come in. If she committed the act, if she's an offender, right, where it pertains to adultery, she would have get her swollen belly and that rot in the time.
So that's shame now. She's going to be ashamed.
She's going to be put to death. She's going to be put to death. Yeah, she's going to be put to death. That was the judgment. That's why I ended up going there. Because sentence against the evil work is not executed speedily. You see, because the scriptures talk about the eyes of the Lord going to and fro in the earth, among beholding the evil and the good. Right? Which is the angels. So what you think you hide it from men, you can hide from the angels and the Lord. You understand? Who would have bring it forth? Right? Because when you come before the priest and the priest go through that ritual, right? It's going to declare what she is. And she will be declared what? It's not that she just again declare her whole, she's going to be declared an adulterer.
That's some funny walk of shame.
Yeah.
You know, long time when you bring on a little smallie, on a little Sunday, a little Saturday, but the higher parents in the veil, with your parents, and all they go in the bedroom and walking out of our bedroom. You had a party joining with mommy, everybody is. So you know that walk of shame that you so good for them girls. Because mommy don't know is go away what else doing day. That walk of shame she had to be done, she shame passing her whole family. That's what them woman had also go through and that ties and rot. And her belly had a swell, that walk of shame, getting led to death. Take that walk, let everybody see. Use a fucking adulterer. You tie rot, your belly swell. Yeah, we fuck buddy, she really was fucking on that man head, boy. Wait. Alright, go and get a big stone. Stone that.
I'm going to bring all the kills. This is Numbers chapter 5 and verse 12. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, and a man lie with her finally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept close, and she be defiled, and there be no witnesses against her, neither shall she be taken with any manner, and the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled, or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled.
To find out if it is the vibes that you getting, if it's on point or if it's not. Because sometimes you could have vibes that are not really on point due to certain insecurities or different past experiences you might have had, you know, or spirits just trying to chew you off. Understand? So that is by this process. Because according to true judgment, you don't just go according to how a man feel. You understand? Things have to be examined same way. You understand? You can't come and say, I feel she doing this and I let me kill she because I feel it. He's a man, he's spirit that jealousy on you and let me kill she.
If it was so, that means Susan would have been dead.
You understand? They had to go through this process to determine whether it's a true feeling or a false feeling, a misguided feeling.
So you see the moment that two man she witness, you know, if you go there establishing the case and so on, and speaking the same thing. But the spirit of the Lord
appeared to be the same.
Yeah, but the spirit of the Lord was upon a young man called Daniel.
The spirit of judgment from the Lord was upon Daniel.
That his
Which
name is
Daniel died. That's what I say. Daniel means judge of God. Dan is judge. Allah of God. Allah. Right? Numbers 5 and 15. Then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her the 10 part of an ephah of a barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance. And the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord. And the priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel, and of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle, and the priest shall take and put it into the water.
Like it's saying, we living in the scripture says, a wicked and adulterous generation. So if we were to still uphold this practice of spiritual jealousy, might not have any water right now. In the earth. Cannot dust nothing.
I know dust the water can gain of dust.
You understand? Every minute you gotta kill the priest. You understand? But now the priest, we don't want to hear your marital problems. Alright? We ain't here to be no marriage counselors. Alright?
I'm supposed to do what she husband tell her.
I said, we don't want to, when you take the black woman, alright, elders and apostles always warn against going with these fucking black women.
Yeah.
You have to know who you're going with in this time. Don't try to burden the men of the Lord with your marital issues like they do in IUIC. Right? And in these other groups always dealing with marriage and
IUIC is not burden. In IUIC they love to be physical. These are not men who love to be physical. It's good. They want to hear that is it. Then they give them value to, they become valuable to the couple, but when there's laws in other men's house, that is it. They conducting other men's
house. It's corruptors too, because just like the incident recently, or the altercation recently with them and the guy, because the title of the lesson was, for the camp that they had was Black Hebrew Israelite confronts us after teaching his two wives. We teaching him man wives. And then on top of that, they're teaching them basically a nutshell to leave the man. That's what they was teaching the two women. They're teaching the two women to leave the man. Because a man not supposed to have two women according to the IUIC.
We have more sperm than women have eggs. So what are you supposed to do with all them sperm? 1 a month.
I'm supposed to do with all these extra women, 7 to 1. 8 to 1, 9 to 1. You can't do all these extra women.
They're doing everything that's working. Members are against nature. They're against what nature goes back to natural. Against what is natural. Why? So why what? So automatically, right? We have a desire towards women, right? So why when we get one woman, right? That desire will lock off and let's leave and move back up in vapors into the other. That when you see, so that as one, sometimes when you see people marry long and thing, as one, you had them on and you can strongly move on too, right? So one thing you look down now, one, that thing get dry out.
Men who do that, they are the same.
I feel they do that for business.
What?
Business.
You sure?
Elam, for our business ties. How the fuck did you just?
Well, you go back to certain philosophies, because in Islam Islam, how about that thing that you can have more than one wife?
And then too, them Jake that's married young and still going fuck around and so it's,
I mean, who are harem, you could afford to.
and then they went and ask the Lord for mercy for somebody in New York and they Lord forgive them. They can't cheat on my wife and Lord that's what you
Don't let me cheat on my girlfriend.
Now what you mean, you're simple. What makes everybody in the world, every man in the world sort of think like you and simple like you? What one going to all these other women? Them had a Rob Nanny, sort of scissors?
Yeah, great fire.
You understand? Now, abomination.
They have to burn. These women have to burn.
Burning in the lust.
Burning in the lust one to another.
So just hope one day this man break up with her again and I can get a chance. That's how the women are telling me. You hope you break up with her again so I will get a chance. No, it's not like that. You as the man supposed to get them 7 or 8 for yourself. That's yours.
When you think about it, when you fit in the prophecies, you fit in the will of Yahweh, shine. A man don't have no time to make himself a union to just one woman. You know? There's my soulmate. Like how men is put it in. There's my rib. Nah, that's not the mentality you're supposed to be in as a man, because that wouldn't fit the will of Yahweh shine for you as an Israelite. The Lord wants to see you with multiple women.
Even what's in back biblically was sort of one of 700 children that concubine. Abraham had Isaac and Ishmael.
Hey, what about Gideon?
Right? Ishmael going out and had it at the ark, father the arks. He had 12 tribes for himself. And these sons of Abraham, them have plenty wives as well. Now, we see that Esau who westernized it because even these Arabs, these Muslims, and them laughing at Esau and saying, you have one wife? One? Yeah.
That's hilarious.
One?
That's hilarious. You not fulfilling your manhood. So that's how we know that the Lord have good things prepared for you. Like, oh, we suffering, but we dry.
Although a Christian might read in the scriptures and see a bishop, be husband or one wife and whatever. No. Like a man who desires to take up that office. A man desires to take up that office, the apostle is just giving some guidelines. Hey, in this office is strict, serious business. So to have 5, 7 wives, to maintain, you know, you have the church, you want to be fully dedicated to the church, so just do it one for that office.
That's right. As a man of the Lord in general.
And a man of the Lord in general.
That attend to the Lord without distraction. We know that everything time and place also. We know they're just the hoard many wives to ourselves. But don't kill our brother because he have a two chicks.
Yo, come on.
You want to nail him to the cross and then kill him. As you mentioned, Bishop Elder Karatazaba went into that same subject from Baltimore. Right? The defenders, I believe, channel him. He went into that, going into why it said a bishop should be the husband of one wife. Because when you go to that same chapter, it goes into how that they blameless. What was happening at that time is that the bishops back then that was marrying a lot of women, like women that left off from men, they were taking on to themselves these women that left those men. Right? And they were getting blamed for doing so. So that I say, so for the bishop to be blameless, let him be the husband of one wife. Stop taking in these, stop marrying these girls and left off from their men. That was happening because he went back into the event. What was happening, what made the apostle write that to them about the bishops. And this is what a lot of groups don't do. They don't go into what was happening, cause and effect. Why it says this here. Why did he say it is good for a man not to touch a woman? Why did he make certain statements? You understand? They ain't going into the whys. They just running off of what they see at a face value and twisting, as Apostle Peter said. If you're unlearned and you're unstable, the things that Apostle Paul wrote up, you're going to twist it up. Right? You're going to start to teach perversions. And you will find yourself bouncing your head. Because if you're coming to say now, using 1 Corinthians, right? Using Apostle Paul's letters to say a man supposed to only have one woman, then you're making what's written in the law, right, of none effect, of no good. Because the law doesn't tell you that a man having multiple women is a sin. The law tells you how to deal when you're having multiple wives. You understand? So what you're trying to do to the law. And Apostle Paul was a lawman. He, as you say, according to the law, he was blameless. According to the law. So he knew the law. So Apostle Paul wasn't writing anything to debunk law. Right? Apostle Paul's writing was to bring understanding or to even bring solutions to situations that was happening around the churches in them times.
We've been together for so long, and we've been through so much. Trying to right for everything I do.
It says, Numbers chapter 5 and verse 18. And the priest shall set the woman before the Lord and uncover the woman's head.
Because the women had their heads covered.
And women show up humility and honor, being on a little man. Right? It
That's
says,
the next thing. Women today, right, they don't want to cover their heads. Right? Covering your head is a sign that you're under authority. That's what covering your head represents. When you read in the book of 1 Corinthians 11 chapter, when you go down to 1 Corinthians 11 and 10, it tells you why you should have your head covered. A woman should have power over her head. That's what the King James Version says it. Because of the angels. When you go into some other version, it tells you because the angels are looking, a woman should have that sign of authority on her head. Right? The head covering is a sign or a symbol that you are under authority. And when does a woman become under authority? Basically from birth. From a little girl coming up, you're under authority. A woman never liberated. A woman never free unless you're a widow. Right? Unless you're a widow. The widow, your husband passed, you become free. Free to marry whomever you're willing to Lord. But from a little girl coming up, you're under the authority of your father firstly. And then when your father gives you over to a man, you're now under the authority of that man.
1 Corinthians 11 and 10, for this cause for the woman to have power on her head because of the angels.
Because of the angels. What does that mean? You ever looked into that? People out there, you women out there. You ever look into that? What that means? All about saying, well, Apostle Paul say, I don't want wife. What does that mean?
this is in the CV Bible, contemporary English version. And also because of the angels, the woman ought to wear something on her head as a sign of her authority. When you go to the note, as a sign of her authority or as a sign that she is under someone's authority.
That's someone's authority. And that someone could be your father. Firstly, your father. Right?
And that's why when she is born, she will have the surname of her father. Or when she is married, she has the surname of her husband.
Or affiliated to a different house.
That's what I mean, it's a stupid word. There are women when marrying and hyphenating the name, right? Like Fian Lyons Alvarez. Right? When she married Portugal Alvarez, she keep her name before marriage, and then she her husband name in the end. But relatively, she's supposed to cast off her name because she's no longer the responsible. She's no longer the responsibility of her father. That's right. That's why in the Apocrypha, Sirach, it says what? A woman, a man that begotten a wife, he begotten a possession.
Like I said, if you sell a land, right, you have your own lands. This is Baraz's land. Right? You sell the piece of land, the land go on with your name on it still. No, the land now take on the name.
The name on the deed change. That's why you go to the correct authority. Yeah, to the correct authorities and they change the name on the deed. Right? When you sell a vehicle too. When you sell a vehicle too, what you have? The vehicle have a certified copy. Right? The certified copy is a declaration or certificate declaring who is the owner of the vehicle. So what happens is that if I own the vehicle here now, you have what? You have, according to the law, 2 weeks
to go and transfer the vehicle to the new owner's name. After that, anytime after that is against the law, right? But you know, they will still get applied, once the point get it done. But what happens? You take my name off of the deed, off of the certified copy, the certificate of ownership, and you put the what? The new owner, so the Camia, his name will be on the certified copy. So you get a new certified copy, print certificate saying that you are the owner of the vehicle. On it will have a record of who owned it before, me, and the new owner in the second line is the Camia. And actually that certificate has a record of all the owners. You understand? So having the name is a the certificate is a declaration of all the owners. So the first owner was your father, the second owner is your husband.
That's why you future work for sale. And you see, I found one when these women have to come to the right mind. You know, let us you wear on one apparel, let us only be called by thy name. But I don't know.
Marriage, sex, become a possession. Right, but we owned by that man, but that contract there is for protection. Because once you're underneath a man in the law, you're going to be protected.
So we will get food.
Yeah.
You know that mama guy, you see? Yeah. We go eat our own bread. Where you getting bread from?
I get no fucking bread. Your bread has to be my bread.
My servant shall eat, that what the Lord said.
Yeah. A man shall be a hiding place and a covert from the storm.
But you say every land was born to shame you is going to be us fame.
Yeah.
And then the Lord is going to become famous. They're going to be known as the Lord. Right? The people who the Lord fame. Who the Lord takes care of. Yeah. They try to take our food because spiritual powers on the scene.
And they should just say what? He then shall and be and be able to do anything.
That's right.
Right? We shall have a bun. They shall have bun. More than meat. But we shall have a bun done. 1444.
That's it.
Yeah. Just elect. They're gonna be fed. Right? You say what? The children, as in 2 Corinthians chapter 2, 26, the children shall not see hell. Yeah, the children not gonna see hell. Yeah, so hey, the Lord will give you insight to all you fucking creatures. All you creatures, these creatures we are more. Peace. Right? You see that nation? Hey, well, your woman, let me put it this way, but they don't get asked for nothing. They don't get pussy for nothing. They don't say ask, they don't get pussy for nothing. Right? So, but you don't want to turn it around. Right? Because you're gonna have pussy dime a dozen. The penis is gonna be king. In this kingdom, the pussy rule. When you mother movie, well, I don't know, that Jamaican movie, they say, but Aloysius. They say, the white woman tell them, but pum pum rule. And you know why pum pum rule? Look, this is it's okay, everything upside down. A woman shall be, shall come past a man, right? Babes shall rule over the oppressor.
And even as you mentioned, the word ass, right? Another term for the word ass is booty. They call it booty, right? And booty goes back to, as brother mentioned, spoils. That's what the woman, that's what you're going to really become. In them days ahead, just for the snatching of spoils. When men pass through a village or a city and they kill out all the men, they wage war against that city, what is left? The spoils, right? The spoils is just for the spoils don't fight back. Right? Yeah. The spoils is just there for the taking.
And I remember a long time, Popeye. Popeye, right? Popeye used to, used to have Popeye, Olive Pluto, and then they used to be playing Alibaba, the 40 Thieves. They used to have a little segment with that. So like Popeye was he was Aladdin or something like that. He was like a good guy. And Pluto was Alibaba, the 40 Thieves. But when Pluto and them moving, when Alibaba, he moving now, right? They used to pass like fast now. And when the 40 Thieves, when they pass, it would be like a cloud of smoke. And when they pass, it's even everything. But it was slow down and straight. One man stand up here scared, so he chattered and he had gold teeth. When they pass, when the cloud of smoke pass, the gold teeth missing. Right? But when they pass through, they pass and they snatching up all the women. So you go see the woman there, and then you go see like well, Olive was obviously one of the women. And you see Olive just going in the cloud of smoke. So
You see if now this time I watch it like back then, the man used to actually go in invading countries and things. These women I would have a lot more respect for them. Because they would have fear men from other places come and fucking take them.
That's what going to happen in town America. Now what will happen to America? Huh? Oh, when the troops come in, right? Them troops they want to hear nothing, well, they don't advertise all their ass. Whoa! Before America was the land of milk and honey, but what America now, the land of ass. Instagram hoes, OnlyFans hoes, right? Where's? It's hoes, world star hoes. It's just hoes.
That was happening when the Russian painting was going on. See, these soldiers was passing through, killing their husband, raping their wife, taking whatever woman like see how they ravishing them. And this is going to happen in a wide scale all over. All over all the women do it. That's going to be taken place.
So prophecy again. It's Isaiah 13. Isaiah chapter 13 and verses 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished.
Scripture is kind of just, I want to say that they will mourn having no bride. The bride will mourn having no husband, so like, yeah. You understand? That's what going to be happening. They have no man to protect them. Because they talk about in the wars. In these wars, these men go and die out. You can have many spoils. So they're going to be mourning, having no husband.
And no help.
No help. Yeah, that is it.
Well, then we don't have no help. You're going to need help in that. It's help to get things to eat. Help, to take a good rest. In fact. Because you, as a woman, you can't be able to lie down and sleep just so. Close them two eyes. Them two eyes can't close just. You going to have to have yourself alert in them days. But if you find a man now that can help you, right? A man that's stable enough mentally in his mind, has a sense of a divine source of power working with him, then you can, around that man, you can have a nice little shut eye, you can get something to eat. You feel more protected, right, in that storm. As the scripture says, a man shall be a cover from the tempest, in the storm, as a river of water, something like that. In a dry land.
Wind, yeah. Destruction.
As a rock in a weary land, a rock in a weary land, right?
You
get that shade from the sun, from the heat, and you go in the desert and there's a big rock, and you go be in the shadow of that rock, right? You're protected from the heat. And that's how the men of the Lord are going to be, like an oasis in the desert as well.
That is why when you look at Eli, when you watch that movie, you see this woman, the one woman was following him. Because she doesn't see that source of power. She doesn't see it. They want to be protected. They want to be able to eat. And they follow him. And then the others was asking her, I can follow you. I can come with you. Carry me with you.
And he didn't have sight, he had faith. Like Eli, that is story of Eli really failed. Eli is a man that didn't walk by his sight, he walked through faith. He was blind. You understand?
Blind the whole show?
Blind the whole show.
He was blind.
It's really reading.
Yeah, we'll read it from that time.
Oh yeah, those are on sheds.
Yeah.
Right.
And when the Bible was, when they get the Bible in the end, it was the Bible for the blind.
Like how the army, the money, the new money,
Braille, the bombs.
the bumps on it. Right, that is for the blind.
And you get to see that and then it's working out. You didn't see all the time and fucking up these men like that.
So it's spiritual heights.
Spiritual power. You that parts in the movie where they was shooting him and bullet was bouncing over your head. And he could control that power. He can do like, hey, power kick in, like flame on. This man in Fantastic Four. He can kick in that power just give anyone he needed.
Power is not for show off, show and tell. That power
It's not a parlor trick.
That is it.
It's not a parlor trick. Right? So with that, pretty lesson was edifying. Give all praises for that.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai,
Ba'ashem Kakodash.
That's our great verse 2. Our teachers and salutations to the man and brethren in his work in truth and sincerity. Shalom to the Aqua, to the Akiam, that when you work on the group, popping on the board. So, yeah. Hey, but what now about bye-bye.
Shalom to the elect.